All right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here, the average gaming dad. And we are starting a brand new series here on the channel. We are going to be doing a Colorado Rockies rebuild. The regular MLB season is done or wrapping up, and the Rockies, it looks like with one, nope, they finished the season 61 and 101. So one of the worst records in the league this year. And so I downloaded the most recent 2024 roster that I could find, which was updated apparently yesterday, according to the upload date. So we should be somewhat of an accurate roster. I compared it to the A's roster, which I'm very familiar with, and there were some discrepancies, like Elias Diaz and Tony Kemp are no longer on the A's, for example, but they were there. But that's very minor. So I think hopefully, this roster is pretty accurate. It seems to be. It seems to be. But I think the Rockies are interesting. We're going to have a lot bigger budget than we did with the Oakland A's rebuild, which starts off at like 80 million, and I think we got it up to like 100 something million with like winning and some sponsorships. We're starting at 153 million, so we'll actually have some money to spend, which is pretty exciting. We can go after some big names in free agency and sign some big contracts to really help uh, build. But our goal is not just going to be to buy a winning team. Like, I'm very focused on the draft, on developing talent, and just like the A's franchise, I would like to take this, you know, close to 10 seasons deep. So let's go ahead and select the team here. We'll advance, get a look at the roster. So GM contracts are going to be off. Obviously, we don't want to get fired trying to do a rebuild if the team just hasn't developed yet. Fantasy draft off. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. All that looks good. Make everything manual, and we will advance. Let's. Do we want to start at spring training? Let's start at spring training, and I'll kind of go through some thought processes here. But one interesting thing, and one thing, it was either going to be the Rockies or the Marlins. Both similar records, but I thought it would be great to do the Rockies because they have the big, bad LA Dodgers that are going to be good forever. And so not only do we have to climb the mountain that is, you know, taking a bottom tier team into playoff and World Series contention, but we have to beat what is arguably the most talented team in the league and a team that has like $1 billion invested in their roster. So I thought that was a very unique challenge, and I'm very excited to take it on. I'm going to switch over because I just had the statistics and stuff. I'm going to switch over to my channel here on the phone so that I can keep up with whatever chats and whatnot might come in. Make sure that my audio is good. Keep up with whatever chats. Okay, and here we go. So first thing we need to do is kind of get acquainted with the team, see what we're dealing with. I took a glance at the roster. One other reason I didn't want to choose the Marlins was because it seemed like they just had so much young talent, especially pitching. And it's just like this is too easy. That's just too easy. We want it to be difficult. One thing I do want to do as real quick, settings wise, I think we're going to stay on all-star difficulty for hitting. Pitching is Hall of Fame. We're still going to do pulse, but for hitting, I think what I'm going to do is, here we go, directional. No, just timing base hitting. Um, I think that is going to add a little bit of depth. It's more ratings based as opposed to, even though I'm not very good at this game, like I'm not elite like what you might see other content creators. But I think this is going to be more relatable to the actual stats of the players themselves. So we're going to go to timing based hitting, swing buttons, yes. And then I wanted to change the hitting view. So let's do like, what is it? I think it's like strike zone 3 is like farther away. So we get to see the stadium. We get to see, it's just a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more depth. Pitching view pitcher, that's fine. Okay, so all of that should be fine. So we got that. We'll apply changes. Okay, so now let's meet the team here and see what we're dealing with. All right, so starting pitcher, we have Jermaine Marquez. He seems to be average. Like our draft, we might draft all pitchers. We might draft all pitchers. We do have, some B and A potential guys here that are young, which is really, really nice. 28 is not too old for a starting pitcher. They're just starting to, hit their prime. One thing we also have to think about here, playing for the Rockies, is the home run per 9 rating. It's going to be really important limiting home runs here in the stadium. Down the board, I don't see a ton of talent. Let's see, we have Antonio Senzatela. What awful stats. 37 hit per 9, 30 K per 9. Oh, buddy. That is really, really tough. I'm not going to lie about it. But at least he has B potential, but he will probably not be anything long term. And then down the board, nothing but C and D potential players. That is tough to see. Relief pitchers, not much better. Our highest rated one is a 74 overall, and he's 37 years old. Daniel Bard. Great to see 95 hit per 9, 99 clutch. I love that. But other than that, not much else. We have some, early 30s guys here. And not a lot of talent, not a lot of depth, not a lot of potential. Closing pitcher, oh boy, we don't really have much going on there. Okay. Position players. We have Elias Diaz. At least he has high contact rating, but he's also old. So down the board, what do we got? Drew Romo might be the future catcher. B potential, only 21 years of age and 62 overall. It's not terrible, so we'll see how he develops. First base, we got Michael Toglia. Could be something. He'll probably be our starter. We wanted to start throwing in young talent. But we do have some shining stars. We have Brendan Rodgers, A potential, 75 overall. Huge contact bat. I don't like how piss poor his defense is. Fielding and reaction time are good enough, but he's really slow. I would almost put him at first and put Toglia at second. So we might look to explore that option. Let's see. And then we have Brendan Rodgers, also listed at second baseman. So we got Ryan McMahon and Brendan Rodgers, relatively young, in their mid to late 20s, A potential and B potential. These guys are probably going to be the backbone of the team right here. Wow, absolutely nothing going on at third base. So our infield actually isn't terrible. Ezekiel Tovar, 21 years old, 77 overall with B potential. Could be, the future here. And then in the outfield, not much going on here. Jake Cave in left looks pretty abysmal. At least he has an arm, has no reaction time. Okay bat, but 30 years old, C potential, 70 overall, not exciting. Brendan Doyle, D potential, hella good defense, which I'm okay with. maybe we can develop that bat, but more than likely it's going to be Jonathan Daza. Um, he can't hit defense, but at least he looks like the ideal leadoff hitter, at least for the next couple years. Wish he had higher discipline, but we'll see. And then, here we go. Nolan Jones, only 24 years old, 94 overall with B potential. Surely this guy is going to be our future star, our headliner. We also have Charlie Blackmon, who made his final start yesterday. He took the field alone. I mean, just an incredible player. Had some really good years with Colorado. And he's only ever been a Rocky all the way back to 2011. So that's, pretty rare to see, and you love to see it. It's hard not to be romantic about baseball, right? If you ever watch Moneyball. But you love to see stories like that. So he'll be retiring. But, he'll probably be our DH. At least he has an arm. But he'll most likely be our DH. We got Chris Bryant. And then we got Zach Veen down here, 67 overall, but with A potential. So there's a couple bright spots in the outfield. There's a couple bright spots on the infield. We really got to find some pitching. We have to find some pitching because right now it's bad. And the first thing I want to do is I just want to take a look, out here in the free agency pool, see what we got going on. Anyone that we might be able to add that could be something. Willie Cedino? This feels like a cheat code. So maybe we do stay away from free agency. I was looking for more like maybe just like a quality veteran that we might be able to add right off the rip, just to help stabilize things. But I think it's kind of, going out to free agency right off the rip and grabbing, two 20-ish-year-old guys with B potential that are already would be higher rated than our current starters. I feel like it's probably just too easy of a start here. So we will abstain from those two. However, Bobby Brudabaker looks interesting. Super high hit per nine, good stamina, velocity break, all that. And only C potential. So that's not bad. So there's a couple like C potential guys down here that don't look awful. Like maybe we develop, but again, just feels a little bit too easy reaching for those players. That's definitely an A's move, but not here with the Rockies. I think we're going to stick with what we got, and I'm not too concerned about spring training, so I'm just going to sim to the last day and just kind of see what stats we got. Ezekiel Tovar out for a few days. We'll keep him active. Elias Diaz out for a few games. We'll keep him active. Yep, auto-utilize. Okay. So spring training coming to an end. Do we get to see the stats? Yes. Okay. So anyone really standing out? Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Jones, the stars. Any one of these guys is like not a potential starter that looks like. The Jake Cave at 156 at 77 at bats is not promising. I will say that. Tovar, starting off at 357. You love to see it. Okay. And then pitching wise, was there any standouts? Were there any standouts? A 399 is not awful. Definitely not good. Okay. It's good to see a relief pitcher, with a low ERA, but none of our starters looked good in any capacity. Kyle Freeland was our best one with a 3.6 ERA, but only 14 innings. So, this is going to be a long season. I can already tell. All right. Let's get to the regular season, though, and get this thing started. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we got to set our roster, right? Do we try to, You know what? He's 28 years old. It's time for you to start. Our 40 man is already full. Who's on the 40 man that doesn't need to be on there? Probably lots of people. All relief pitchers, you can come off. Don't think he's getting claimed off waivers. What else we got? Just a bunch of really crappy relief pitchers. I hate to see it. You're definitely not going to be playing in the MLB. Let's get you off. Pause. Let's get you off the 40-man roster ASAP. Oh. I just don't see these guys going, like, no one's claiming these guys off waivers. So, and if they do, better luck. Okay. Well, we cleared a couple spots, I think. Or do we have to wait for them to go through waivers? 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7. No. All right, we should have 3 spots now. Jermaine Marquez. Welcome to the show, my friend. Now, Chase Dollander. We will keep him at single A, as it does look like he must be a rookie. Even though he's already pretty highly rated, we'll keep him at single A, and we will kind of we'll use these older guys to ease him in. Gomber, how are you not on the 40 man? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starters. Our relief pitching is so bad, though, I'm kind of okay with that. So we'll keep with 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, we'll roll with that for now. Maybe we take off. These guys look just like absolutely god awful. Yeah. You're going to go down to AAA, buddy. All right, so then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 6 starters, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6 AAA. Okay. So we got our minor league, major league situation, and then Chase. I'm sure he'll get the call up eventually, but we'll leave him at single A for now and just let him sit and develop. Oh man, it's just so bad. The rest of this, I really don't care. All those guys can sit where they are. That's fine. Although let's try and get some of these C potential guys down here, maybe in single A. Maybe they develop a bit faster down there. At least the ones that are younger. Yeah, that's really it, I guess, just those 2. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at double A, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at triple A. We can change that. We'll do that. And then just use these D potential guys to kind of shield the younger guys in single A to develop. All right. And you never know. Like sometimes D potential players like relief pitchers can actually do okay for you. So that's all fine. All right, catching. So we're going to have Elias Diaz and Brian Serven. Is Brian Serven our best backup? I do not particularly care about defense. That is tough. You know what? We'll just keep it. We'll just keep it. That's fine. First base, yikes. He's at least a little better versus lefties, so we'll let the young kid stay at AAA for now. Oh man, this sucks. Okay, second base. McMahon, Rogers. Alan Trejo, I mean, he can play multiple infield positions. He has decent contact and defense, so we'll let him play, I guess. Okay. And then third base, we have no one that I want to start. And it looks like everyone's getting to sit down, so that's fine. Tovar is going to get the start. Okay, I like that. And then, gosh dang it, dude. None of these guys just really get me going. I will have Jonathan Daza up at the MLB level. He's probably going to be our leadoff guy. We have like no AAAs in the outfield. All right. I mean, it's minor league. It doesn't matter, really, unless there's specific players you're wanting to develop. All right, that's all fine. And I'm okay with Zach Fiend starting at AA. We could even move him down to single A. And I think that's what I'm going to do. He's going to be in single A. He is going to just sit and develop. Same way with Yanquiel Fernandez. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. But we are going to ease some of these young guys into the MLB and even into the minors. Okay. So there we go. There's that. Let's go ahead and set our lineups. So we already know Blackman's going to DH because his defense is terrible. Brendan Rodgers at third. I don't know if that makes sense with his arm, though. I think we... Brandon, I'm good. Good afternoon to you. I'm doing well, having a great day. Just started this new franchise rebuild, so kind of getting accustomed to the roster. We just got through spring training, about to play our first game of the episode. How's your day going? Hopefully well. But I think with Ryan McMahon, given his arm strength and his lack of speed, we're going to have him at third. Rogers at second, which is his natural place anyway. Astros are ahead 2-1, top of the whatever inning they're in. I mean, it seems like they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, so that's good. Let's see. Let's do Jonathan Daza out and left over Jake Cave. Tovar will get the start, and then at first base, who do we want at first base? Wow, our options suck. It might have to just be Montero for now, and then we might look to swap out, like maybe we put Jake Cave in or Bouchard. Both can play first. We'll give that a shot. We'll see how this works out. As far as order goes, we'll have Brendan Rodgers leading off, Jonathan Daza behind him, because he's got that 75 clutch, which is nice. Nolan Jones in the 3 spot. Ryan McMahon makes sense. Diaz Bryant. Okay, so that's good. Yes, I did hear you about the Astros leading the Detroit Tigers. It's good. It's always good to see your your favorite team doing well. And then versus lefties. Who do we put here at third base? No one really has great contact. I think it's going to be, McMahon anyway, strictly on the fact that he has high discipline, so I'm hoping maybe he can just walk his way against left-handed batters. Like, I don't know what other options we have. So he sticks at third. Jonathan Daza in center. Chris Bryant at left is fine. Okay. And so now we just need to figure out the order. And Jonathan Daza has 99 contact versus lefties, so he's going to lead off there. Followed by Charlie Blackmon, then Nolan Jones, then Brendan Rodgers. And after that, it kind of just sucks. I think Elias Diaz will be down at 9 with only 48 contact versus lefties. The rest, nothing else looks super interesting. So we'll stick with that for now. And then our pitching rotation, which really is incredibly depressing. Like, oh God, this is just so bad. Our ace is Jermaine Marquez. 74 overall. This is going to be tough. Like, no one has strikeout potential. At the very least, we're okay in the walk department and home runs. So our defense is going to get a lot of work. Daniel Bard is the closer. Works. All right. There we go. That's the team. We are currently ranked 27th in terms of rating. We have decent enough contact, except I think we're going to really struggle against left-handed lineups. Defense isn't bad. Pitching sucks. So this is going to be fun. All right, and then I guess we'll just start with game one. We don't have 4 valid lineups. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's play our first full game here. Game 1, episode 1, playing away. And again, we're going to do the same thing we did in A's franchise. We will play 2 games an episode. We will do 1 interdivision game and then 1 out-of-division game. Starting off here in San Diego. Looks nice. There's our boys. There's the squad. They do have a surprising amount of younger talent, but our pitching is
the center fielder, number 6.
All right. Now I also have to get used to timing base hitting and the new camera angle.
1 ball, no strike. That's inside. That's a ball.
Okay. And facing off against Blake Snell to start. So late. I'm going to have to get really used to this timing. There we go. Jonathan Daza punches one out into right field. So we eat some pitches and then end up getting a lead-off single. Great pitch there. Have yet to see, I don't think, anything other than the fastball. Which is kind of weird. We're going to have to get a little bit earlier on these fastballs. That was a really good slider. Absolutely dotted, low and away. That was just a beautiful pitch. I was expecting it. I just didn't expect it to be absolutely dotted. All right, Nolan Jones, our young star, hopefully, starts off with a 2-0 count. I mean, we know Blake Snell will allow some walks. And we're going to put up the stop sign. No swing. 4-pitch walk. See if we can get some offense going. Oh, it's a great pitch. When Snell's on, he's on. Got a high fly ball out in the center field. Not going to be enough to advance the runners. So no sacrifice fly for Brendan Rodgers there.
That is it. The third baseman,
And that is 2 outs on the board. A single could score a run. Give me something, Snell. Good circle change. We're out in front of it, way out in front of it. Holy cow. Pretty much had to swing at that slider. And that's where timing base hitting is going to really hurt us, because even though I'm not good at PCI placement and all that, I can at least foul off enough pitches to stay in at bats. All right, so we're going to get our first look here at Yermain Marquez. German Yermain. I think it's pronounced Yermain. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments section. It's got good velocity. Just the rest of the stats may be lacking. Looks like Tatis goes down. Although we do drop the ball on strike 3, so he gets to leg that one out.
Ball. 1-0.
Not quite sure, like what's the wipeout pitch. That was actually an excellent pitch right there. We just don't get the call, unfortunately. 2-1. Takes the fastball. See if we can spin it to win it with the slider.
That's the ball.
Does not bite.
Got a full count.
We're going to go fastball inside here. And he fights it off. Now we have excellent speed on the base pass for the Padres that we have to worry about.
Wood.
Yeah, not much break from Marquez.
Ball.
It's going to be a heavy dose of the fastball, I think. Actually, a sinker would be really nice if we could get ourselves into a double play situation. Rogers to Tovar, who cannot make the exchange between glove and throwing hand, drops it, so we don't get
It's 0-1.
the double play. But we still get an out, so there's that. Montero's going to glove that one. So we're through the first. No score by either team. Feels so weird not having PCI. I haven't not hit on PCI in a very long time. As Ezekiel Tovar rips that one foul. And this one, fading down to right. Not much power behind that one.
No, ball.
Get a generous call there from Blue. We'll take that.
That's the ball.
Get a very generous call there from Blue. Holy. That thing was well in the zone. It's called a ball.
2-2.
And we are just late on everything right now. We're trying to get used to this camera angle.
Ball.
But we do work a full count here. I'm thinking fastball for sure, right?
That's ball 4. Take your base.
I mean, you got to sit on that. They've been calling that ball all at bat.
Chris Bryant.
I think we timed that one up pretty well. No, very too early. Okay. Good curveball there. Good timing, but we just don't make contact. There we go. Giving this one a nice right out into right field. It is high and deep, but caught on the warning track. Not a bad at-bat, though, from Chris Bryant. I will take that.
The catcher, number 35, Elias Diaz.
Pitch number 31 coming in for Snell. Fastball right down the middle. We have got to time that one up better. You cannot be very late on a fastball down the middle.
1-1. Ball. That's a ball.
Might be looking at another walk here. 3-1. He's got to challenge us. Again, very late. Doesn't really seem to matter what pitch it is. We are just late on it. Ooh, but we time up that fastball down the middle pretty well, but unfortunately, we don't barrel it. It's high and not that deep. That's going to be out number 3. Not a very exciting game so far. But again,
That's a ball.
happy to stick with time and base hitting for now.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I really like the idea of just relying on how good the team is and not my PCI placement. Ooh. I gotta admit, the Padres are getting some very bad calls right now. Very bad calls right now. But they're working out in our favor, so I guess I should not complain, right?
No balls, 2 strikes.
It's got Ha-Sung Kim, who goes down swinging. Jermaine Marquez gets,
The designated hitter.
I think, his second strikeout.
Carpenter.
And follows that up with a solo home run given. Matt Carpenter shoots this one 105 off the bat, 411 feet deep to give the Padres a 1-0 lead.
Yeehaw.
Certainly would love to win opening day, especially here at the Padres home stadium. Would love to just spoil their
That's a ball.
home
Ball,
opener,
2 strikes.
but it's not looking good so far.
Ball.
And we know that if San Diego starts to eat into our bullpen, that is where we are really going to struggle because we have virtually no talent there. All right, let's see if we can match the Padres and get some offensive production here. We're going to start with a single. Hit to the gap between short and third. Shortstop is unable to glove it.
The designated hitter.
And we managed to get our leadoff man on base. All right, Charlie Blackmon. The man, the myth, the Colorado legend. Looking to add to his impressive resume with another RBI here. This one is high and deep out into center field, but ultimately snagged. I think we were all over that. Good timing. Fastball pretty much middle. Just not taking advantage of it.
1 ball, no strike.
And our future star, Nolan Jones,
That's in.
who walked in his last at-bat, 4-pitch walk. And again, starting off 2-0. We're going to put up the stop sign for him again. We know Blake Snell will issue walks.
Miss. Ball four. Take
There it is.
Now batting, the second baseman,
2 on, 1 out.
Brendan Rodgers.
I mean, unfortunately, Nolan Jones is really like our best hope at offense. So it kind of makes sense, I think, to walk him. Especially with 1 out, you can get a double play. Ooh, but this one stung out into center field. The runner is sent, and he is safe.
The third
If the
baseman,
throw was on the line,
Ryan
I think
Land.
he's out by a mile. But if we can just get this one to hit some grass, we will score our first run. And I would love to see it.
one and one.
96 inside, way too late.
Yeah.
What are we going to get here?
Ball.
Very close, but great eye from McMahon. Take a rip at 97 on the black. I'm sure we were late on that. Great pitching from Snell. And we leave 2 men stranded. Jermaine Marquez, pretty good day on the mound, if we're honest about it. He's given up 1 solo shot. But other than that, we have some strikeouts. He's limited base runners. No walks so far.
That's up. That's a ball.
Lot to like about that. Also, only 34 pitches through 2 innings. So, also showing what's the word I'm looking for? He's been very efficient. That's what I'm trying to say. Blue says he doesn't go around there. It's McMahon. The throw to first is in time. And there's out number 1.
No, that's down. Ball.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that sinker, no life. A sinker that doesn't sink is a problem. That one right down the middle.
28. Jose
Fernando Tatis is all over it.
He's going, runner.
That's a ball.
And he's just too fast. Good jump. Really no hope of getting the throw out there, but takes out the double play potential. Jonathan Daza on the move. Unable to glove that one. Might have a chance at third here. The throw is not in time. So that is a 2-0 lead. Perfect timing. Not a bad pitch. 95 up and out. Oh, that one's fair. Jones with the throw to second. Not a bad throw. Honestly, not a bad throw, but he can't get there in time. It's another double. And the Padres now starting to pull away with it.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Need Marquez to shut this inning down.
That's a ball.
Really close pitches here. Like that location though.
Rip.
There we go. 5th strikeout, and that one is looking.
The batter, number 2.
So not a bad strikeout rate, but obviously
Bogart.
got to limit the hits. And, like, really the problem is we could say, all right, he's given up a lot, so we're going to go to the bullpen. Who do we put up there? Our bullpen's terrible. We're just going to have to let Marquez he needs to eat some more innings. And a lot of these, it's just
Runner. Ball.
not even really like they're making great contact. A lot of these are we just can't get to them. They're shot down the line.
No, that missed.
Also getting some really close calls from Blue that, could go our way. So we finally get out of it. Padres put up a 4 spot here in the third, and we're going to need our offense to look alive, which is tough. Time and base hitting, I have virtually no control except for just looking for good strikes in the strike zone to swing at. That's about all I got. And it's like that. Right now for us, those are not landing. For San Diego, hits like that are finding grass. And that's just the baseball gods being cruel sometimes, Sometimes it's just not your day. Would love to see some Blake Snell patented walks, though.
That missed. That's a ball. 3-1.
Should be looking for a challenge pitch here.
Full count.
Just late. Not even the worst timing, but 34 vision. Montero's going to whiff a lot. Oh, but doesn't whiff on that one. That one's high and deep, and that is going to be a ground rule double as it hops over the center field wall. You love to see that. Come on, Blake Snell, give me something. Got a nice, good, hard inside fastball. Tried to turn on it. Chris Bryant pops it up, and that is out number 2, unfortunately.
Number 35, Elias Diaz.
That's a ball.
Okay. Ooh, good slider from Snell. Not exactly sure what to expect here. High fastball, barely fight that one off.
Nope, ball.
Good eye there, circle change just outside. Okay. We've worked ourselves into a full count. Can we capitalize? Payoff pitch incoming. Beat this one to the ground. Snell gloves it. And he gets the out. So the Rockies again going quietly. We're, have some opportunities with some runners on. We just cannot, unfortunately, make the most of it.
First baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Would really like to get Marquez at least through the 4th. But he has just given up so many hits. Like I said, it's really not even that they're hitting the ball extremely well. It's just we're not getting pop-ups like this. We're not getting to those burners down the first and third base line.
What you got?
We'll start chucking some sinkers, see if we can get an inning double play here.
That's a ball.
Now maybe we spin it with a slider. All right. Sit down, Tatis. That's strikeout number 6. So good strikeout right here for your main. He's got the tools. We just got to get a bit luckier.
No, that's down. Ball.
And honestly, a lot of this is luck. No luck needed there. Batter looks at strike 3 up in the zone. That's a backwards K. Strikeout number 7, I think.
Leading off for Colorado, the center fielder, number 6, Jonathan Daza.
Great pitch to swing out there. We are all over it, but unfortunately under it. Daza is just a bit early and a bit under on that one.
That's a ball.
Blackman sends this one right back up the middle. And once again, I think every inning, except for maybe the first, we've had a base runner on. Like, it's not like we haven't had our opportunities. We're just not capitalizing. But we're also, we're facing a true ace in Blake's now. And we're getting pitches to hit. We're just not barreling them. And also, as like a philosophy, I have no problem if I get 95 right down the middle, first pitch, I have no problem swinging at that.
Ball.
No problem whatsoever. That one I don't think is going to get through. The throw to first is in time. Once again, we leave a base runner stranded. We've also had a few walks as well, so it's not like we only have 4 hits and we've only had 4 base runners.
The catcher, Luis Campusano.
And this is where, if Marquez does start to flounder a little bit, we could look at starting to warm someone up in the pin. He had a nice scoreless inning last inning. If he can keep it going, then of course there's no reason to pull him. But already with a runner on, only 1 out. There's that sinker I was hoping for. Gets the inning double play. He has the tools to be successful. But if we pull him, even if he has a bad day, right, giving up 4 runs in an inning is not great. But you just have to recognize when he's pitching poorly and when he's just getting really unlucky. Right now, I think he just got really unlucky. Now, Bixwell, his energy's starting to go down. I think we're going to start seeing some errant pitches. I think we can work some walks. We've already seen plenty of mistake pitches. We just have to capitalize on them. Get some more of those perfect swings.
1-2.
That's not going to do it. McMahon swinging at a pitch way inside. But Ezekiel Tovar blasts this one-liner, 103 off the bat out into center. No chance for a play there at the infield. And once again, we have a runner on. That's tough. We got to be sitting on those. That's probably going to be a double play. That's a fastball I think you got to swing at. Oh, Jones can't glove it. So right off the bat, Marquez again allowing a leadoff base runner.
Nope, that's in.
If we don't get the double play here, we probably look to the bullpen. Tovar, Rogers, there we go. So Marquez continues to make the case for us to allow him in. Back-to-back scoreless innings.
Ball.
And the contact that has been made has been more of these. The flyouts to center, little dribblers, and that's a quick inning. We've got to get some offense going. We've had hits, we've had walks, we've had our opportunities. We just cannot capitalize. We've gotten fastballs right down the middle. It's not like he's been, dotting the corners.
Nope, ball.
And once again, we're putting up the stop sign. We need base runners in the worst way.
Here, what?
That's tough. Late on 94. Now full count.
Ball four.
Still work the walk. That was a really good at-bat for Chris Bryant. Let's see what Elias Diaz can do.
Alright.
Maybe we contact swing with only 48 contact. We made contact. It's not good contact. We're a little bit late on that. Fly out to right field. But still, only one out. Still have a runner on. We're at the top of our lineup. We are all over that 94-mile-an-hour fastball very early. Pull it foul.
1-1.
I mean, Snell has no energy left. Oh my God, and that one's unable to be gloved. I'm not sure if they'll rule that an error. Likely they'll rule it a hit.
Now batting, designated hitter,
And it does seem to be.
Blackman.
2 on, only 1 out. The grizzled veteran comes to the plate. He's been in this spot countless times. Team needs a rally. Let's see what Charlie Blackman can do.
No, ball. That missed. That's a ball.
Starts off 3-0. You already know we are not swinging at the next pitch. I do not care if it's right down the middle.
3-1. Ball four. Take it
And
back.
Charlie Blackman, without taking a swing,
Colorado,
gets a walk on 6 pitches. The bases are loaded,
Jones.
and Nolan Jones is in. Could our young star put us within 1 score? Not quite a grand slam, but that's going to be enough to score 2, I think. That is a 2 RBI double for the young kid. Nolan Jones gets us on the board and puts us in striking position to score a couple more if we can. Now we're going to see Robert Suarez, or Robert Suarez.
Number 75, Robert Suarez.
All right. Now we got a righty at the plate. And we are considerably better against righties. He's got even more velocity than Snell. Can hit triple digits. And circle change cutter off of that. Now those are good. quality pitches right there. This one high and deep out to right. I think we're going to send the runner. And he is safe. Charlie Blackmon, the old man, is able to make it home. That is a 3-run seventh, with another runner still at third in scoring position. Ooh, McMahon wanted all the smoke on that. Took that cutter way deep, but way foul. 0 for 3 on the day. You got to think that he is due. I thought that was way lower than what it was. Fouls off the curve. Still looking at 1 and 2. Huge rally here from the Rockies. And it looks like that run is going to end. McMahon grounds out to third.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But it's nice to finally see some offense. I was starting to get a little worried. But we finally got to Snell here in the 7th.
the left fielder, Jerickson.
And we've been going real heavy on the sinker.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And it's been working. So I think we stick with that. Mixing some off speed off of those. And that's strikeout number 8 for Jermaine Marquez.
Right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's pretty fantastic.
Ball.
Tough call from Blue there.
1-0.
1000% a strike. Good defense from McMahon there at third.
He's up.
Snags that one before it can get past him. And that's going to be crucial, as, you know, most of our pitchers don't have strikeout potential. Even though Marquez
No, that missed. That's a ball.
has a great strikeout rate this game, ratings-wise, they're not. So the fact that 3 of our infielders have that little gold medallion, indicating that they are high, you know, A defensive players, I think is going to bode very well for us.
Ball. 1
Over
ball.
39,000 in attendance here for opening day at the Padres. Good number for them. Not as good as Oakland's final Coliseum game, where 45,000 fans showed up.
3-0.
It was absolutely incredible to see.
Heat top.
All right, 3-1 count to Ezekiel Tovar. Ooh, 100 up and out. It doesn't, I feel like these 100-mile-an-hour pitches are, they feel slower than the 94, 95 we were seeing from Snell. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe arm slot. But it's kind of weird how sometimes pitches can feel faster or slower just depending on who's throwing them.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
But Suarez, not nearly in command as he was in his last inning of work. But works a 1-2 count. To Montero, who bloops this one down the first base line. And that actually advances the runner from first all the way to third.
Up next for Colorado, the left fielder, Chris
Runners on the corners, no outs. Are we looking at back-to-back innings here with some real offensive production? I'd be okay with that. Ooh, Chris Bryant was all over that one. Change-up mistake pitch. 88 right down the middle. And he doesn't miss the second time. This one high, this one deep, this one foul. Son of a bitch. I thought that one was gone. But it is just foul. Left of the third base pole, but this one finally hits some grass. That's going to score the runner from third, and that is an RBI single for Chris Bryant. We now have 2 runners on with no outs, and we are within 1 run of tying this game up.
Number 58, Scott Barlow.
All right, Scott Barlow, no velocity. Well, I guess not no velocity. Not a lot. Man, we got to time up these sliders, man. We can't be late on a slider down the middle. That's a home run ball, if I've ever seen it. That one squirts away from the catcher. The runners do not advance, however. Be able to glove that one quickly. We have a 1-2 count to Diaz. Now 2-2. So far, nothing but the slider. Oh, that one does not get through. However, ooh, it is a double play. That's an incredible defensive effort from Manny Machado there. Wow. So a double play prevents us from tying this one up. And then Daza gets a slurve right down the middle. Great pitch to swing at. But pops it up. So we were threatening, but we are within 1.
Leading up for the Padres,
Marquez is still in. I keep forgetting about that. But he's pitched so well. And it's so encouraging to see,
That missed. That's a ball.
you know,
1-0.
statistically our best pitcher, ratings-wise our best pitcher, going deep into a ball game. He had 1 bad inning. That's it. And it's because of hits like that. These sinkers. Uh-oh, he's going. Only 42 speed. And he's gunned down. So, doesn't give up the hit. Or does that count as a hit? But throw out at second. I think it does. That single is starting to get barreled a little bit. We might have to start leaning back into the fastball slider combo, fastball curve.
Ball. 1-0. 1-1.
Closing in now on 100 pitches. Tovar is not able to get there. Just in case. I think we do go to the bullpen. Let's get Bart up. And we'll get Lawrence up.
No balls. 1 strike.
Hassan Kim gets a single. 2 runners on, 2 outs. I just need 1 more strikeout. Matt Carpenter took us yard in the second. I don't think he does it here. We're not going to challenge him. Slider way inside. And he goes around. So Marquez gets out of it. Leaves 2 base runners stranded. Now the Rockies, we got a hit. We've put up some offense these last couple innings, number of hits, some runs. And we'll go ahead and put Bart in, or at least schedule him in, assuming that we are going to at least tie this game up. We're going to face Tanner Scott. Looks very good. Slider, four seam, and sinker. And we start off with Charlie Blackmon, single right back up the middle. First pitch swinging, gets a man on base, gets this party started. Let's go. My God, we get a fastball down the middle. Nolan Jones, man. If you want to be a future star in the league, that has to be a home run. Or a shot into the gap. Fastball down the middle. Just late. I don't know. That looked like pretty good timing to me. And then Brendan Rodgers punches this one out into right field. High and deep out into the warning track. That's out number 2. We are getting fastballs right down the middle, maybe a little high. But those are drivable pitches. Ryan McMahon, our final hope, whiffs on the slider. Now 1-1. That's a great pitch. Fights off 97 up top. And then whiffs on the slider. Padres win their home opener, 5-4. I think we saw some good things here. Right? We saw some good things. Pitching, outside of one bad inning, we had a quality start from Jermaine Marquez. Outside of that one inning. But as we saw, like, a lot of that was just kind of luck. You know, a lot of those were not line drive hits out into the gap. They were bloopers or shots down the line that just stay fair. You know, we're talking about an inch off the bat either way, and we're easy outs. But Tanner Scott gets player of the game for 1 innings pitched. Blake Snell gets the win. And our boy Jermaine Marquez, 8 innings, allowed 13 hits and 5 earned runs, but 9 strikeouts is kind of promising.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Our paid attendance is
Top of our lineup did great. 3 of 5 for Jonathan Daza. Blackman's 2 for 4. Nolan Jones is 1 for 3. 3 walks from the 3 as well. But then Brendan Rodgers and McCann, nothing. So really, batting wasn't all that bad. 10 hits. We just couldn't capitalize. Outside of the 7th and the 1 run in the 8th. But Blake Snell really shut us down. Okay. So it looks like waivers have gone through now. So the Isotopes now have too many players. Is that what that said, right? Who is on waivers? All right, so we'll do that and that, and then because he's on waivers, right? Okay, that should clear space for those 2 guys to come in. Fix the AAA rotation. Not that it really matters too much because none of these guys are probably going to be future starters. So many lefties. Holy. Okay. Just fix the lineup so it doesn't really matter. All right. So we've had our one interdivision game versus the Padres, of course, where we were handed our first loss of the season. We are now 1-2. And now this is the crucial part. We have scouting. And oh my goodness. Look at that. That's pretty awful. All right, we already know what we need. And that's pitching. We need it bad. Let's go to our scouts. Ooh, can I move my... Yeah, there we go. All right, so we move the camera so I can actually see. All right, what do I want? Scouts. Okay. We need... What? All right. So let's see. We need pitching and efficiency. This looks great. Cyrus Porter. We will take the place of Todd Thurston. And that'll give us $7,000 more in budget. What we might do is take, well, let's see what else we have here. 91, 94. That's probably going to be the best we're going to get. Yeah, so 91, 94 for Alberto Gonzalez in terms of efficiency and pitchers. So he will take the place of Tommy Wayne, which will cost us some extra money. So now we only have $600. We're looking for anyone who has Discovery 96, Discovery 95. I don't think we're going to find anyone better than 96. And if we have to, you can also scout other players. So we're going to switch him out for Jason Iwamura. Iwamura. All right. So now this is how we're going to do this. We're going to scout starting pitchers. He is going to scout relief pitchers. And then William is going to be our new prospect, or like our discovery. And he is going to, so we have starting pitchers, relief pitchers, and then someone in the same, all in the West. So anyone that he discovers is going to automatically be added to the scouting pool. Positional needs, starting pitcher, relief pitcher, closing pitcher. That's it. We actually have enough young talent to get us through the next few years. We have to find our pitchers. We have to. And with that, we have to really hope that this year's class is a really strong draft class for pitchers. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed. I mean, it looks good so far. Number 1, number 4, number 6, number 9, number 11, number 15. So a ton of starting pitchers in the top 100. That is huge for us. We also pick at number 9. And do we have any generational prospects here? Doesn't look like it. No one so far in the top 10 is 18 years old. The first one is Sean Leavitt, which is what I yell at my dog. Leave it when he grabs my shoes. I'm not thinking a generational talent, but he does look very good. Okay. Well, we will let that ride. Finalize our scouting plan, and then now we're going to look for our out-of-division matchup. Who do we want to play? I feel like when we were doing A's franchise, like, I don't think we maybe faced Washington like once. So why don't we, and it's a home series, so why don't we try and battle against them. Our AAA team has too many players. Certainly don't need 3 first basemen. There we go. Problem solved. All right. Now, the question is, who do we want to pitch with? So it looks like our options will be Chris Flexen, Kyle Freeland, or Austin Gomber. Any of these guys look to be in our future long-term plans? Maybe. How are you already regressing? You've had one game where you pitched extremely well, and he's already going down. So that's not good. But Chris Flexen, 28 years old, 72 overall, B potential. Yeah. He could be in the rotation for the next few years. Doesn't walk a lot of batters, doesn't give up a ton of home runs. Decent stamina, good stuff. Let's hop in with him. All right. So our second game of the day, second game of the episode. First time at home here in Colorado. Let's see what we can do. I'm excited. Lonely, what's up, brother? How am I today? I'm doing really well. Had work. It's kind of a slow day, kind of a boring day. Hit the gym, and episode 1 of the Colorado's Rockies franchise. It's going to be pretty much operating the same as the A's franchise. The only difference is that I took it off zone hitting, like PCI hitting, where I have more control, and now it's completely just time and base hitting and ratings based. So we lost game 1, our opener versus the Padres. And now we're at our first home game versus the Washington Nationals. Let me move my camera back here. That way I can see the chats as they come in here on the screen. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. This one is high. It is deep. Can Jonathan Daza get to the wall? Oh my God, I didn't realize the walls were so low here. No wonder everyone hits home runs. This is not going to be good. I can feel it. Please catch this. Good catch by Jones. All right. So far, Chris Flexen being hit very hard.
0-1.
Ooh, but gets a nice strikeout there against Joey Meneses. Take that. Would love to leave this runner stranded at third.
Ball. 1-0. Hey. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swung at the curveball, so I think the high fastball. Ooh. Just catches that. Low and away changeup. Beautiful. Love to see it. Back-to-back strikeouts. We leave a runner stranded at third. It's a good way to start this game.
Leading off for the Rockies.
Brendan Rodgers having a great first few games, batting .391. We're facing off today against Mason Thompson, who has a sinker, slider, four-seamer, and circle change.
1-0.
Slider way outside there. Holy. Uh-oh. That one's a rocket out into left. Falls deep into the gap. Brendan Rodgers rounding first. Headed to second. And that is a stand-up double. Timing base hitting is what you use. Yeah, this is my first time really using it. Good timing on that sinker. Only 47 power, but absolutely drove that thing. You'll love to see it. I'm kind of liking it so far. It's a little bit more of a challenge because, like, even though I'm not great at PCI placement and all that, I can foul off a ton of pitches just because I can at least get the PCI close. And so, like, there's a lot more swing and miss with timing-based hitting.
That's the ball down.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you have to find the right camera angle, and you just kind of have to get used to it. If I played every day, like MLB The Show every day, I'm not bad at it. But I like the added challenge of using timing-based hitting because if my batter sucks, he's just going to whiff. Oh, that one down the third base line. Brendan Rodgers surely going to get home. Jonathan Daza is at the second. That's back-to-back doubles. And then we are off to an early 1-0 lead. Let's go. Oh, okay. Ooh, this one just kind of lazy fly out into left. Yeah, that's caught. Need to see a little bit more out of Nolan Jones. He's supposed to be our young rising star.
Ryan McMahon.
We've yet to see a home run. I mean, it's only been one game. And right on cue, Ryan McMahon drives one out into right. So far in this inning, we have 3 hits, and they have all been doubles. 2 runs off of those. Okay, feeling good, feeling fine. Elias Diaz, can we keep the train rolling? Check swing on the slider, and it is a strike. Oh my God, another hit out into the gap. This one lands. Elias Diaz is going to have himself a double. And now we have had 4 hits in the inning, all doubles. And we now have a 3-run lead over Washington. Okay. This makes me feel good. Ooh, that does not.
0-1.
We are cooking a little bit. We are cooking a little bit. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ooh. Very close pitch there. Could have very easily been rang up for a strike there. Luckily, we do get the ball. And that one's going to be out. Who's the best player so far? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. We've only manually played one game so far, so I don't really have a good read on the team. But so far, the top of our lineup's been good. We pitched with Jermaine Marquez. In game one, he went 8 innings, allowed 5 runs. Just not great, but not awful. But he went 8 innings deep with, I think, 9, 10 strikeouts. The best player on the team is Nolan Jones. He's a 94 overall right fielder. Not great defensively, has a huge arm, but no reaction time, no fielding. Has a great bat, but is also only hitting 200 on the season. So and then after him, there's no one that's even an 80 overall. So it goes 94 and then down to the 70s. So there's a big gap between our best player and the rest of the team. Our big position need is pitching. Our best pitcher is a 74, I think 74 overall. None of our pitchers have strikeout potential. So we're looking heavy pitcher in the draft. We could have an all pitcher draft. Yeah, but I mean that's part of a franchise rebuild. The Rockies won 61 games this year. Ooh, we get a generous call there. Take that, though.
The center fielder, Blake Rutherford.
Nice easy ground ball to third. McMahon makes it to the first. 2 away.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Alex Call.
It's 0-1.
All-Star. What is it on? Hall of Fame for pitching. Hall of Fame for pitching, All-Star for batting.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And using pulse pitching just so... I've seen how good people can be with pinpoint, and it also takes forever. That's like chucking pitches. Oh my God, this guy's just fouling off everything. Can we dot up a fastball low and away? We can. McMahon charges. Throw to first is in time. Not that good at hitting, but sometimes you are at pitching. Yeah, I found that pitching's a little, they say in sports the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball. I think that is true here in the game a little bit. Because you can get a little bit lucky with bad pitches from time to time. Oh, sometimes the hitting. Yeah, a lot of it is, maybe not a lot of it, but some of it's luck. You can, hit a perfect pitch, right? And it's a line out. Ooh, broken bat. Oh my God, I thought he actually legged that one out. I do want to challenge that. He looks safe at first. First look. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockies are challenging the previous play.
Oh, he was out, just barely.
Batting 9th, the first baseman, Lowry Montero.
Dang. That was a slider right down the middle. I gotta crush that one. Yeah. I don't tend to do many like waste pitches, I guess. I tend to almost always throw challenge pitches. I like to just keep it in the zone, make the hitter make the play.
1-2.
The only thing is like curveballs, changeups, I'll throw under the zone. Good slider there. Gets us for strike 3. We were way out in front. This one back up the middle. That one's going to be gloved though from the second baseman. And there is out number 3. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if they're making solid contact, like you can't just gift them more hits, right?
Ball.
Pretty close pitch there, but it was outside. Good call by Blue. This one high and deep out in the center field. Chris Bryant on the run. These balls are carrying a very long way. We do have 9-mile-an-hour winds pushing out of the stadium. So as a pitcher, that's not great.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
CJ Abrams takes a swipe at a slider inside. Quick ground out. Doing pretty good. 29 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. Definitely not bad at all. Very efficient pitching.
0-1.
And that one to Tovar at short. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Flexen. Getting our bats right back up there. I'd love to see it. Oh, that's a sinker we got to crush. Just a bit early on it. Okay. Spits on a slider. What are we going to do here? Ooh. That one gloved by the first baseman. Quite sure. I mean, that's a very hittable fastball. We're just a little bit late on it. Come on, Nolan Jones. Show me something. Hit right to the second baseman. I mean, it's hard to elevate a sinker in that position. So, you know, I'll give him that. But for our best player by rating and best hitter by far, ratings-wise, I'm going to need to see more offensive production out of him. He's only batting 200 on the season. Just over 200.
1-1.
Right? Yeah, you don't expect a fast. You just don't expect a pitch that bad sometimes. Oh man, we're having a hard time barreling up that sinker. That one just pounded into the ground. Out number 3, but we still have a 3-0 lead. Yeah, I'm off my timing a little bit. Well, I mean, you can still have good timing, and the batter can still, you know, hit it into the ground or fly it. Yeah, I can definitely be better with my timing for sure.
0-1.
Oh, on the fastball down though, yeah.
That missed. That's a ball.
All right, so 2-1 count here to start against Joey Meneses, who I believe we struck out in his first plate appearance. Looks like he's going to ground out to McMahon at third.
He's out.
That is indeed the case.
Hey, Eck.
Now doing battle against Keibert Ruiz. Sounds like, this makes me think of the Keebler elf. Little curveball gets the job done. A fourth strikeout
The first baseman,
for
number
Flexen
22.
here in the fourth inning. So he has been very efficient.
Yeah. Hey, Rick.
Beautiful cutter. Now let's try a fastball outside. Need to make it competitive, so at least he swings. He does swing, but very far outside the zone.
Ball.
Damn, that was close. I think the curve, it's worked very well for us so far.
No, that's down.
It's not competitive enough. Throwing a lot of off-speed low and away. We'll try the fastball. And he's somehow very early on that. There we go. Finally sent him down with the changeup. Having a very good day. Only allowed 2 hits so far through 4 innings. We have a nice cushy little 3-run lead.
Leading off for the Rockies.
Let's see if we can extend
the
that.
catcher, Elias Diaz.
Hey. Ha.
Great pitch.
One and one.
Slider wasn't even close. Would like to see us get maybe a little bit deeper in the innings, but I feel like we're getting some very hittable pitches, like that one. Unfortunately, line out to the shortstop.
The center fielder, Chris Bryant.
And we are just blasting these sinkers into the ground. Got to look for another pitch. Good timing. Just over the top of it. What else do we even have? Four-seam slider. I mean, there's a slider to hit. We're very early on it, though. Come on, Blackman, you old fart. Show me something. Early again on the sinker. This one driven out of the gap and right. Old man Blackman's going to have himself, I think, his second double of the day. Looks like he thought about third, but thought better of it. There we go. All right, let's see what Ezekiel Tovar can do. Have we done anything besides hit doubles? I don't think we have. Takes a rip at a fastball down the middle. Gets pretty good wood on it, but it is going to be a line out to center field. And we're going to go into the fifth. Still with a 3-run lead. Pitching well. I don't think we really have a shot at this, do we? No.
Hey.
That was a very good pitch right there. It's another strikeout on the curve. That's really been the money, like the money pitch. That's been the payoff pitch for us. Gotten swing and miss.
Yeehaw.
All right, Lonely. Do what you need to do, homie. Another line out. And the efficiency And Flexen continues to be very impressive.
That's a ball.
Only 52 pitches through 4 2/3. Thank you so much, Lonely. I appreciate the kind words, brother. Always happy to have you here. Thank you so much.
That's a ball.
Let's go with that 12-6. It's been money. How do you pop that pitch up? We're going to try and dot a fastball up and in. Locate well. We get a pop up, little infield fly. There we go. So Flexen's cruising. Despite the low ratings, hasn't allowed many hits at all. Of course, going against maybe not the best Washington National squad, you know. Versus the Padres wasn't quite the case.
1-0.
I will say we've been disciplined enough that we're only swinging pretty much at strikes, right? We're not swinging outside the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, that's a great pitch. Good timing, just that's a great pitch, and we whiff.
Hit.
But I feel like our at-bats have been pretty good. Like I said, I think we've only hit doubles this game, which is kind of crazy. There's the single, though. 111 off the bat from Montero. That is quality contact right there.
Second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Another sinker on the black. We have to protect, and we end up blasting that one out to center. Then, oh my God, what a great defensive play at first there. Rodgers is going to go down.
Now batting.
I mean, that's just a great defensive play. What are you gonna say about that?
Hee-haw.
Unfortunately, it does erase our runners. And now with 2 outs and no one on, the chance at offense in this inning is not looking very likely. So outside of that first inning, Thompson has had some truly shut down baseball. Gave that one a really good ride, but does die at the wall. Yet to see a home run in our first game and a half. And especially playing here in Colorado, you expect to see some home runs. That just goes without saying. Flexing, though, absolutely flexing on him. Holding Washington to just 2 hits so far
Ball.
through 5 innings. Lots of soft contact, infield, getting some good work.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The 12-6 has been money today. Let's see if it continues to be.
That's
He
a
spits
ball.
on it. It's fine. How about a little cutter? Does make contact and fouls that one off. Very late on it. Let's try and speed him up then. Fastball up and in.
Hee-haw.
Check swing. Ends up getting called strike number 3. That's his 7th of the game.
Luis
And that one goes down looking.
Oh, yeah.
Now Flexen, not nearly as good stamina-wise as your main. So don't know if he'll be able to go like 8-9 innings consistently.
G-Ray.
But he's been very efficient, and it's not out of the question. Certainly not out of the question.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Washington.
All right, so now we're going to see Matt
Number
Cronin.
56, Matt Cronin.
So we got a decent fastball, goes up to 96, curve, a changeup, and a two-seamer, up to 93. It's not a ton of velocity, but a good pitch mix. And a curveball at 76. We are way out in front of that. Good rip at a fastball, and that one actually lands. I thought for sure that one was going to be gloved, but Nolan Jones, someone that we are really hoping is going to help carry this franchise into the future, finally gets a single. Tough call there from Blue. Clear ball that gets called a strike, low and away. And now we're in an 0-2 count, fighting off the high fastball. And that's going to be a double play.
He's up. Got it.
I mean, 3 great pitches. I mean, not trying to go down looking, but definitely did not want to be, in double play territory. Take a couple rips there.
He's out.
And we go down very quickly. It's a 1-2-3 inning. No, it doesn't. We got a single the first at bat. But still, not very exciting. Just a lot of dribblers.
Hike.
All right. Here with pitch number 70. Been very good so far.
1-1.
Don't know when we start reaching into the bullpen, though. I mean, Joey Meneses swinging out of his shoes on that one. That one way inside, low.
Nope. Ball. 1-0.
That's baseball for you. Don't get the call from Blue.
Yeehaw.
Forces saying there go. I mean, we're pretty much right down the middle. And the 12-6. Are we still dealing with it?
Ball.
Pretty close. I'm okay with going back to it. Another infield ground ball. It's been kind of the story of the game. For Washington, just unable to really barrel up any of these pitches. All right, and there is out number 3. I think we will look to the pin now and just get some arms warmed up.
Attention, please. Now pitching for Washington. Number.
Do we even have a lefty in the bullpen? We have one. So let's sit Lawrence and we'll get up a lefty, just in case. It is a save opportunity currently. Would love to make it not a save opportunity. That's a pretty good way to start. Chris Bryant with a liner out in the left.
Up next for Colorado.
We've had a steady dose of runners, hits throughout the game.
Blackman.
It's been encouraging. That is another double play. Fastball away, good timing. And there's our first home run of the season. The young stud Ezekiel Tofar blasts 462 feet. Brother, with 47 power. Brother.
Ball.
That's a monster shot. That's like a unzip your pants and like take it. I should say that. But anyway, that was a shot. And hopefully many more in his career. Ooh. Good rip at that one. That has to be good timing. But we're not going to get to see, unfortunately. But we finally get our first home run. Ezekiel Tofar, welcome to the show, brother. All right. Pitch number 80 incoming for Flexen.
That missed. That's a ball. Wood.
God, this umpire sucks. Even though it's worked out for me, I'm still going to call it like, this umpire sucks. He's gotten many, many calls wrong.
No, that missed. That's a ball. One ball, no strikes.
God dang it. He's just willing to give everything on the outside of the plate. So, I mean, we should probably just live there, right? If he's going to call it.
One ball, two strikes.
He went around. That's kind of crazy. Back to the curveball. It's been money. Dang it. Try to do like a strikeout. Try again. Strikeout number 3. Nailed it. That's his 9th strikeout of the game? Brother,
Up next for Washington, the left fielder.
have yourself a day, Chris Flexen.
Ball.
0-1.
Still getting swing and miss? Oh, that one just sneaks through. I would like to see if he can get through the 8th. We'll give him
2 balls, 1 strike.
another base runner. Oh no! Alright, now we have to pull him. Alright, we only need an inning and a third. Let's go to Daniel Bard.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 52, Daniel Ball.
We got a 100 mile an hour sinker,
1-0.
and we're just gonna chuck it.
1-1.
Just, oh god. 1 run scores. They send the second. There's our closer. I mean, that one goes right down the middle. I mean, that's a dot. Surely a changeup. You see nothing but fastballs. What do you say we strike this guy out? Thank you. All right, so now it's back to a save situation. And kind of scary after seeing the way he pitched. That was terrifying. All right, another sinker baller here, Andres Machado. We got a sinker, a four-seamer, slider, and a changeup.
Andres Machado.
No, that's low. Ball.
Brendan Rodgers, sinker right down the middle. Hits it pretty well. but it is a line out. Uh-oh. Jonathan Daza. This one high and deep on the left. And caught. On the run, over the shoulder. That's
Right fielder. Nowhere.
great defensive effort.
Joe.
Was really looking for home run number 2 of the game.
1-0.
Fell just a few feet short.
Ball.
Would love for Nolan Jones to get a hold of one. We know he's got the stuff, but he rips it straight to second base again. I feel like every hit we've had with him. All right, and now puck up your buttholes, brothers. We're back with Daniel Bard. I had no idea that he had this much gas. Like,
0-2.
but we're gonna throw it. How about we spin a little slide piece? Whiff. Sit down. Out number 1. Nice.
0-1.
Change up in the same spot. He
Ball.
takes.
Ball.
Oh, God. I'm going to need a little bit more control here.
Nope. Ball.
Oh, my God.
3-1.
Come on. That one right down the middle. Slider. Fooling with the off speed, even though that one was right down the middle.
Number 22.
Yeah, he's way too early on the slide piece. 2 down. Oh my God, that one crushed. Not really. That one just went over the wall. It's a 1-run game. And here in Colorado, that is not good.
Ball up.
Yes. Oh, thank God. Get the infield fly. Tofar's under it. Done. We get our first win of the series. And that was a nail biter. Give up 3 runs in the last 2 innings. But Colorado's happy. I feel pretty good about it. I think we have something there with Bard. Right? He's a flamethrower. He has great pitching clutch. But we can't be giving up 3 runs in 2 innings. Flexing gets the win, goes 7 2/3, only allows 4 hits,
For the victorious Rockies, 4 runs.
2 earned runs because the 2 base runners that
Left 2 men on base.
scored once Bard came in.
For the Nationals, 3
But
runs, 6 hits,
2 runs in
no
7 2/3, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts. I think that, the top of our order, even though ratings-wise they're not very good, I think we have something to work with there, which is encouraging. Okay. Our AA squadron has 2 mini pitchers. Okay. 2, 3, 5 in AA. It must be all relief pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Send some of these guys to single A. They only play like 40 games or something like that. So, down in AA. All right, who's going to be the closer? No one looks very good. So, might as well be you. Stephen Jones, who's already regressing. Do we have anyone in the top prospect list? Chase Dolander, starting pitcher, a potential. Okay. Yep. Outside of him, Zach Veen, right? Yep. That's it. Tough. So out of the top 50 spots, we only have 2 of them. We need to remedy that. And they're not even that high on the list. All right, so we're 3 and 4. Now 4 and 5, bottom of the division. No surprise. We played our 2 games for this episode, so we'll be simulating the rest of the month and doing our scouting. Although our scouting is probably going to stay the same, there's only 5 starting pitchers in the West. But we discovered 3 new pitchers. Interesting. So looks like one of them maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'm not seeing much. Right now in the West. So we are going to we got East, Central. All right. We're going to go Central. Okay. All right. Let's sim another week and see where we're at. Not a bad week. Maybe let's see. I think I need to move my camera up to the top right. I think maybe permanently. I still don't know. This is only my 3rd stream, I think. There we go. All right, so we've so far won 2 out of 3 against Seattle. We only took 1 against St. Louis. Get swept in the 2-game series by the Dodgers. Win 3 of 4 versus Washington. Okay, so not a bad start. Back to scouting. That's what I need to see. 34 starting, 2 discovered. I would love to see us discovering. All right, here's one. We know because the draft rank was NR, not ranked. So he's likely discovered. 20 years old, decent potential, good overall. Could be a pick. We'll see. And then, it could be this guy. I'm not sure. Holy velocity, though. His changeup is 91. That's kind of crazy. Gene Larkin looks amazing. Could actually be like a generational. I mean, hit per 9, strikeout per 9, walk per 9, home per 9, all in the 90s. Control and velocity in the 80s. I don't really care though if he doesn't have crazy break and all that because it's done by an average, right? Like his velocity is an 84, but his fastball's up to 97. But he looks like he could be a potential generational prospect or close to that. I mean, he's 19 years old, so he's not the definition of one, but definitely some quality players here. Love to find someone with super high control, super high walk per 9, super high home run per 9, something like that. I think that would play really, really well for us. Nick McCann looks like he could actually be pretty phenomenal. High strikeout rate, super high stamina, great control, great velo. Could be someone. All right. We'll keep scouting, though. Let's finish simming through this week. Charlie Blackmon, just out for a game or two. We'll keep him active. Okay. So only 2 wins this week, unfortunately. We do get the series win versus Pittsburgh. We get the series win versus Seattle. And we can tie the series, or we'll lose to Philly, unfortunately. The Padres 9-14. Okay. Do we have sponsorship set up? No. We need to make sure to set these up. Good way to get some money. So we'll get 10,000 per home run and then a combined 4,000 per strikeout. That's good. Okay. Checking on scouting. Still discovering new prospects. We're up to like 50s, 70s, 30s. We're only in week 4, so we can keep at it. It's the benefit of having great scouts. Ryan Rollison down in AAA, pulled leg muscle, just out for a couple days, so we'll keep him active. He's already back. We actually win 3 in a row. And Connor Siebold down in AAA, out for a few days, we'll keep him active. And we are on a roll. We have now won, oh no, we lost that last game to Arizona. But we won 4 in a row. Not really a bad month of baseball. 15-13 is not bad. We're 4 games out of first. We're starting at 100% on some of these guys. So let's go over to, let's see, not recently scouted, but all. Looks like a lot of East. Oh wait, these are, we need to be, there we go. So East, West, International, East, International, East. All right, looks like East and International. So we'll go East, and East. All right, setting ourselves up for success in the draft here. Let's finish this last day of April. All right, and now we are in the month of May. So we'll take a look at the team statistically, see if how we're doing so far. At bats, Brendan Rodgers looking good, hitting .291. He's got 4 homers. Hitting really well, it looks like, versus lefties, which is kind of nice because we struggle against lefties. Charlie Blackmon hitting .330 with 2 homers to his name, but regressing, of course, 36 years old. And then who should be our young star, Nolan Jones, he's hitting .357, which is awesome, right? Our top 3 guys hitting 300 or above. But with 75, 77 power and playing in Colorado for half the games, I would expect him to have more home runs. His power versus lefty is already going, like, crashing down. It's less than ideal. Ryan McKinnon, only .215. I mean, he also can't hit lefties to save his life, so. But Elias Diaz, hitting close to 300. Chris Bryant, .280. Even Montero. So across the board, everyone has like pretty much 3 or 4 home runs. So we're getting some level of productivity, which is nice. Why is Jonathan Daza not in? Let's move Chris Bryant to first and Jonathan Daza in at center. Is that who I want playing center? Yes. Holy, my outfield's terrible. Wait. Why? So Blackman's DH. This drives me crazy when it does this. As much as I would love to leave Brennan Doyle in at center just for the defense, like, I can't justify that because our offense would be so bad. Yikes. Let's give, I mean, he is hitting 277. So let's leave him in. If he's hitting, we'll leave him in. Okay. All of this is fine. See if this is messed up. It is. Why would you have the worst hitter on the team DHing? Like, the CPU is so stupid. All right. So Blackman's DH now. We're going to have Chris Bryant at first. Where's center field? Jonathan Daza at center is not bad. But I'd rather have Brendan Doyle there because of the speed. And he'll move way down the list. Okay. Yeah. So fix those lineups because the computer is crazy. And pitching is actually not that bad. Kyle Freeland, terrible. But, like, what are you going to do? I guess put Chase Anderson in because, holy, 2.78 ERA and a 1.15 whip. You are definitely going to be in there now. And then Lambert, 2.13 whip. That's pretty incredible. So we'll switch those two. Yikes. That is so bad. Okay. How about for anyone down in the minors having a good time? I mean, that hit per 9 and K per 9 is atrocious. But he's pitching well. Yikes. All right. Well, there we go. That is episode number 1 of Colorado Rockies franchise rebuild. hope you guys enjoyed. I'm liking this squad so far. We have some nice young talent. But past those like 4, 5, like maybe core guys that we have, we don't have anything else. So we got a long way to go. I'm really excited for the process. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your time. I'll see you guys in the next one.